in the Black community, watching the killings of Black men and women on the news or on social media is traumatizing and can take a huge toll on their mental health. That trauma can be channeled in different ways like anger, sadness, or confusion. News 5's Jade Jarvis is live in Cleveland, and Jade, experts say all of these feelings are valid and you can use them as tools to bring about change.
Well, Amanda, Dr. Ronnie Dunn, the Chief Diversity Officer at Cleveland State University, says Black people know these feelings all too well, and they're just a reminder of the challenges they face daily. Now, for those of other races, he hopes George Floyd's death and the protests happening across the country exposes the reality of the racism and violence Black people have to face. Dunn points out that we've been through similar events before, like the killings of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Freddie Gray in Baltimore, and the protests that came after. But until we address these systemic issues, he thinks we will continue to see more protests and more pain. Now, in order to bring about change, he says people from all different backgrounds need to channel that anger and energy and get engaged. He pointed to the protests that have been happening all week in Minneapolis, where demonstrators of different races and ethnicities are protesting alongside members of the Black community.
What it's going to really require is for those outside of the African American community to become allies and partners and co-conspirators, if you will. That's the terminology used by one scholar to imply that they should use their privilege, their position of privilege, to help address these inequities and injustices.
Now, Dunn says people can also become desensitized to seeing so many of these videos on the news and on social media, but he's hoping that does not happen. Live in Cleveland, Jade Jarvis, News 5.